Today I'm going to disassemble, clean, and replace the blade on my CobraTec knife. This is a CTK1 out the front large CobraTec automatic knife. I bought an extra blade from CobraTec. So I took the clip off just to get that out of the way. In order to open up the CobraTec knife, you want to use a Torx number 9 screwdriver. So first thing I would recommend before you take it apart is to release the tension on the blade. So there's two ways to do that. One, you can extend the blade, hold on to the spine, and then hit the button to retract it, and now your blade is loose. That relieves some of the tension on the spring, so less chance of anything bad happening when you open it up. And another way you can do this is just deploy it into something soft. If you hit something hard, you're going to damage your blade, but deploy it into something soft and then you're going to have the tension released. So now we're just going to take out the 6 screws. Now with the screws removed, you can lift the top right off of the knife. Your switch that just lifts right out, and this is your spring mechanism, which just comes out. It goes in with these little clips in the down position just so you can kind of see how it goes back in. So I just kind of flip that over. This mechanism can come apart. These pieces here, they can come off. So you want to be very careful with this mechanism because you don't want this to go flying across the room or into your face. And they can be a little tricky to get it back together. This is what it looks like when it's put together properly. Pretty simple mechanism. And then your blade will just slide right out. Okay, now we're just going to kind of brush this clean. I like to use original gun oil on all my guns and my knives as well. It's a CLP and it's non-toxic, so you don't have to worry about getting it on your fingers. And you want to be careful. There's a couple of spring detents here. These are spring loaded, so you want to be very careful that these don't come out as you're cleaning this. I'm just going to put a drop or two in here, and then I'm going to get a brush and I'm just going to clean in the grooves, especially just to clean it all up and leave a little bit of lube on there. Do the same with the other side. Not much, just a little bit. Then I'm just going to take basically a cut up t-shirt, cotton rag, and wipe it down. You can use a brush to kind of push it in and get it in the grooves. Just get that kind of cleaned up. It'll leave a little bit of residue of oil, which is kind of what you want. You don't want a lot of oil in there because it'll attract dirt, so you want to get most of it out. Put a drop of oil on a rag, and just very carefully, you don't want to get the springs loose on this. I would just wipe this real lightly with a little CLP. No big deal there. And then the blade, careful of course because it is sharp. This is not the blade I'm going to put back in here. I'm just going to clean this one up though while I'm here. A little oil on the blade so it stays nice and shiny, doesn't get corroded. I bought this drop point blade. Drop or two on there. Just going to spread it around a little. Okay, now I'm going to put it back together. So this is the part that you hold. This is down. So I'm just going to slide this in the top, and I need to get it past this detent. So you need to kind of push that out of the way and slide that in about part way. Okay, and then this piece is going to lay in here like this, and you just want to kind of push down on it and let it slide back and forth a little. When the spring mechanism is properly installed, when you slide it, you'll see this detent move up and down as you slide it right there. And this detent here, you'll see that move a little bit as you slide this back and forth. So you want to see both of those move as you slide it back and forth. And that's how you know it's in properly. And you can see that it's flush right up against the frame like that. Your button needs to go in the groove with the middle of it lined up. So once it's in the groove, you got to kind of hold it like this so it doesn't fall out. Make sure this piece is in this groove here. Take this piece and just lay it on top. Squeeze it together with your hands. Make sure This moves back and forth freely, and make sure your seams are all lined up and tight, and then put your screws back in. Your screws are all nice and snug. Now your blade is loose, so you just want to kind of grip it by the back and pull it all the way out so it locks in place, and then test it. Now you can test the knife before you put the screws in. Just make sure you're squeezing it together nice and tight, because if you're not holding on to it, it's not going to work out so well. So that's why I prefer to put the screws in first and make sure it works after. Maintenance and blade change on the CobraTec knife. Thanks for watching. Please hit like below, and if you want some original gun oil, there's a link down below with a 10% coupon code on there as well. Thanks for watching.